Okay, so you can see here we have a kind of AI presentation, digital presentation of Istituto Marangoni. Why? Because Marangoni actually is one of the first schools in the world to adopt technology in all our courses. Many of the courses we teach, actually, they happen online. So we have classes that happens in the metaverse. Later I will show you about this. Let's see another video. These are our campuses. Collections that our students did. So every year we have a fashion show for our students where the 10 best students present their collection in a real fashion show during the fashion week of Milan, Paris, London and Dubai. Who is Istituto Marangoni? We start from the Italian heritage. What does it mean? It's an Italian school born, founded in Italy in 1935, so almost 90 years ago. And we start from the Italian heritage. Why? Because in Italy we have the know-how, the culture of making good and quality fashion collections. If you think that many of the luxury brands, almost all of them, the luxury brands, even though they are not Italian, they produce in Italy. They come to Italy and produce leathers, shoes, everything else in Italy. Why is that? Because Italy has a big know-how on the quality production of goods and related fashion of goods. So we start from the Italian heritage and we bring this in all our campuses. Later on you will see we do not just have campuses, schools in Italy, but we have it in 10 different locations. We are in the major fashion capitals: Paris, Dubai, London, Miami, Milano, of course. Not just that, we are in the fashion district. So it's not just about fashion capital, but we are in the fashion district of every capital. In Milano, we are next to Monte Napoleone. Paris next to the 16 arrondissement, which is the luxury district of Paris. And in London, our campus is not on Fashion Street. It's very important when you study fashion and design to be in the right district. To be in the right district. Why? Because when it comes to creativity, you need to be surrounded by.
Silvia, can you stay here?
Yes, absolutely. But then I need to move the slides, so I need to go back. So, okay, I'm blind now. Okay, I think I can stay here. What I was saying?
I forgot.
So much distraction today in this presentation.
So sorry,
Okay.
we have four meeting today. Four meeting.
No.
Văn Lam và Tôn Đức Thắng.
Okay, so let's go back. But actually, if I'm standing here, they don't see the presentation. We have a problem. What I did? Sorry, I can see it, perhaps. Okay, let's do like this.
Các bạn ơi, chắc là các bạn sẽ nghe cô Sylvia nói khó không nhìn mặt được tại vì lại liên quan đến việc là cô ấy thỉnh thoảng sẽ phải di chuyển cái slide. Thế cho nên là các bạn thông cảm nhé, không nhìn thấy hình cô ý.
So, when it comes to fashion and design, it's very important to know what is happening now in the industry because fashion and design changes very, very quickly every year with major changes in the industry. So, if you are in the right context, if you are in the right district of the city where you see what is happening in terms of fashion and design, and this is super important because it guides you and it allows you to do a proper research. In fashion, you need to start from research, and this is the right context where we have our campuses is the right context to do so. Our teachers are professionals of the industry. Many of them, of course, have PhDs. They are teachers, like in an academical way, but many others are fashion designers, brand managers. They work in the industry. They have their own companies. They are consultants. So what it means is they keep evolving with the industry. They keep evolving because they know what is happening right now, and they bring back the knowledge to the students. So it's not just an education based on books and what is the teaching, the normal teaching method, but it's an education based on a professional of the industry that it's really the one that is going to tell you what is happening right now in the fashion and design. Okay, let's leave it like this. So we are top 100 schools in the world by QS ranking. The ranking is the most famous ranking worldwide. We are top 100 in fashion and design, and in Italy we are #1, the #1 school for fashion. In Italy we are validated by the Ministry of Education, while in Paris and London you will receive a degree from Regent's University. So it's a double degree, Marangoni and Regent's University. Okay, we have 12 schools, over 4,000 students coming from 107 countries. Every class is made up of 20 students. This is another very important thing of Marangoni, because if you think about other universities, they have classes of 100 students. Everybody is just a number. In Marangoni, you only have 20 students per class, so you make a great connection with your teacher, because the purpose is for the teacher to really know you and know where you want to go. For example, in fashion design classes, there are some students that sometimes want to focus only on accessories or on specific kind of accessories, meaning shoes. There is another student that wants to focus only on bags. So the teacher is going with one student is teaching only the bags. With the other one is focusing on shoes. So it's a very tailor-made education that you have, and it's possible because the classes are very little, only 20 students. And there is also the possibility for you to cross campus. So we have 10 campuses. We have 10. Here you see all of them in the next slide. Here you go. So we have 10 schools all over the world. We have Milano, of course, London, Paris, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Mumbai, Miami, Dubai, Riyadh. We have our school in the metaverse as well. And what is interesting for a bachelor degree student is, for example, you can start in Milano, your first year, and second year and third year you move to Paris and finish your BA in Paris. Or you can start in Milano, move to Paris the second year, third year you can go to London. So it's a great occasion for those students that not just want to learn, of course, what they are studying, but they also want to live in different cultures, different countries as well. And it's only possible in Istituto Marangoni. If you think we are the only school having these many campuses scattered across the globe. Okay, here we have our main areas of teaching: design, styling, and business. So design, of course, is for those ones who want to study design and want to become fashion designer. Styling is, let's say, a little bit in between business and design. Why? It's still creative, but it's more related to creative direction. So it's more related to the production of videos and pictures and photo shootings that represents the brand identity to sell a specific item for an advertising campaign, for example. For design and styling, you need a portfolio to apply. For the business courses, you don't need it. So it's business. You can become a marketing manager, strategy, brand strategist, anything related to the business side, and it's not necessary to have a portfolio. Then we have the design area. These courses do not happen in Paris. So if you want to focus on interior product and visual design, you can choose between Milano, London, and Dubai, because Paris doesn't have these courses yet. But yes, so Marangoni is not just about fashion, because we also have interior product and visual. Visual design, we call it visual design, but it's very much more related to graphic design. So the representation, for example, of the identity of a brand, the creation of a brand, the creation of the guidelines, the brand guidelines, and the design of the logo, anything that is related to how the brand communicates its values to the customers. We also have no art-related courses, and these are only in Florence. So if you want to focus more on art, you have the possibility in Florence. It's not fine arts, so it's not that you will become like an artist, let's say a painter, but you can focus on the digital side of it with the multimedia art. It's for those ones who want to become digital artists, so anything that is creative and artistic related to the digital side of it, or the business side, so dealing in buying and selling arts, being an art curator, working for a museum, being also a private collector consultant, so you help in consulting the buying and selling of arts for private collectors, for example. And finally, we have the fragrances courses. These are business courses, and they focus not on fashion, but on beauty. You know that many brands now, actually it's very popular in the beauty industry. Every brand has a beauty line, every celebrity has a beauty line. If you think about Rihanna, Selena Gomez, a lot of them actually they build their own beauty lines. Because it's a very popular branch of business, and it's a branch of business that is always profitable. Because, for example, when the fashion line, the fashion collection, now luxury is facing worldwide a little bit of a dramatic change and a slowdown in the purchase of luxury items. But if you think the beauty segment is always very strong. So you have very good profits and it's always going very strong. That's why the fashion brands want to have their own beauty line, because this is what actually makes the money at the end of the day. So how to run a business in the beauty industry is totally different than the fashion. So that's why we have differentiated it. fashion business courses and fragrances and cosmetics. You can focus on the marketing side or on the strategy side. Communication and marketing is for marketing related pathway, and brand and licensing is for the strategy. So how to build a beauty brand from the scratch, let's say. Okay, we have application, admission. So the application for the undergraduate courses is, well, depends. If it's a creative course, you need a portfolio of 6 creative ideas. While for the postgraduate, the master courses, you need a portfolio of 10 creative ideas. And this is the main document we evaluate, so the portfolio and the personal statement. These are the 2 documents that we may value. As long as you have a high school degree for the undergraduate courses or a bachelor degree for the postgraduate, we don't care. I mean, there are some other universities that look at the GPA, they look at different results, if you were the top of your class or not. We don't look at that. We only look at the creativity and the portfolio. For the business courses, you don't need a portfolio, you just need a personal statement, while for the postgraduate, you also need a CV and 2 reference letters. But these are details that, of course, we can talk about when you will be able to apply. Every year we have 2 different scholarships opportunity. One is the main scholarship campaign running, let's say, from December to February, where every application, no matter what, as long as you submit your documents for the application, you are able to receive up to 5,000 euros of scholarship. This is the main. Then we also have branded scholarships together with brands of the industry. So the brand is sponsoring the students' scholarship. This year we have one with Vogue, we have one with Raoul Mirsha for London, and usually it's up to 50% of the tuition fee. This is a little bit different though, because you need to create a project. So the project is explained to you by the brand. Sometimes it can be the creation of a business plan, the creation of a capsule collection for the brand. Literally, it can be anything. The best project wins up to 50% scholarship. So we have 2 different kinds of scholarship every year. Okay, so here is an example of how we connect our students to the industry. Like I said before, fashion, beauty, design is a multi-billion industry. There are a lot of jobs happening, it's true. But to get the top level jobs in the top brands, luxury brands, you need good connections. This is how we connect our students to the industry, thanks to our teachers, which are also professionals, as I said before, but also thanks to projects like this one, the Louis Vuitton Accessory Design Graduate Initiative. The next is a video of the manager in the Louis Vuitton Graduate Initiative talking about how they selected 5 talents out of the students that participated in this project.
I'm Osuna, and I work for Louis Vuitton in a year, and I direct this project, which is the very first time that we produce such an experiment, real life experiment. It's called Louis Vuitton Accessories Design Graduate Initiative. We are looking forward to recruit up to 5 talents for our design teams in elegance and accessories. This is a very interesting opportunity also for us to discover them, discover their creativity, and give them the opportunity to know better the brand and also to start their career. From Istituto Marangoni students, I expect diversity creativity, passion. We want to be surprised. There are more opportunities actually in leather goods and accessories than in ready-to-wear. Much more job openings and quite extraordinary careers to develop. And it's true that we know more about the creative directors. We communicate a lot about the artisan, craftsmen and craftswomen. So you have to understand the construction of a bag, all the elements that come to production or industrialization. Hardware is also a very important part of the identity of the bag. And everything that actually comes into sustainability from material research and recycling to supply chain and repairability. So repairability and durability are actually two elements that are very core and fundamental in design attributes.
Okay, so you see here that this project actually, this is not the words of Aaron with the manager in Louis Vuitton. It's not just a project for the students to just do an exercise. It's something that Louis Vuitton really needed to be developed in the accessory design department. And they asked our students to create the accessories they needed for this project. And it's a back and forth. So Baron meets with the students every month for 2 to 3 months. They meet them, Louis Vuitton team meet with the students every month to give them feedbacks, to give them the direction of what they want to see from them. And then the students receive the feedback and change accordingly, according to what the brand is, let's say, is communicating. So this back and forth is the moment where you have the chance to really understand how it works for a project, but also how the luxury brand works. So when you are done with your bachelor and master in Marangoni, you also already know how to work for a luxury brand like Louis Vuitton, because you have been doing so all the time during your play. And this is super important. Next one I think is about the brands we work with. So you name them, they are a lot. If you notice, all of them are premium to high-end luxury brands: Hermes, Bottega Veneta, Bulgari, Celine, Chanel, Damiani, Dior, Dolce & Gabbana. Every campus has different projects, different brands they work with, but all luxury. This is our placement rate. So 91% of the students that finish a course in Marangoni find a job within 1 year of graduation. 70% of them in the luxury industry, they work for luxury brands, and 30% they build their own companies. I think this is it. Right? Yes. Thank you. It was quite kind of difficult also because I'm blocked. I cannot really move. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm here for you, perhaps also online, if there are any questions. Let's see. Yeah.
Are the students to allow more than one major at a time, or they have to finish a major to take a month?
Okay, yes, no, it's not possible because basically, as I said, you have to deal with a lot of projects, and it will not be possible for you to deal with different projects at the same time, because these are projects that really takes a lot of your time. If you think that usually you have around 20 hours of teaching per week, this means that it's not literally a lot. But you spend much more time in projects than the actual classes. So you have 20 hours of teaching when you are in the class, you are, with your teacher, normal class, but then The other, let's say, 15 hours would be for projects that you take care. So it's a lot of time that you need to spend in the campus with the other students, with your teachers. It would not be possible. And also, it's better for you as well, because all our courses are very specific. So if you go for design, you become a designer. If you go for styling, you become a creative director. If you go for visual, you become a graphic designer. So they are very specific. That doesn't make sense for a fashion designer to be also a graphic designer. So yeah.
So this means that if they want to change the major, they want to delist the last major, they change the major, it's the third, so they list everything.
We can recognize some of the credits. So if you change, for example, from design to styling, you would have already a lot of credits related to design, to the creativity side. So perhaps it might be that you don't need to restart from year one, you can just go to year two fashion styling. As long as you can prove that you can have a portfolio related to styling, it would be possible because they are quite similar, they are quite creative, let's say. So we can recognize the credits that you got on year one to access year two. But if you want to go, for example, from design to business, no.
No, you need to change to the similar.
They need to change it to similar, exactly. But also another thing is interesting, when you start Istituto Marangoni, so for example, you select fashion design, you see after 1 month, within 1 month, you don't like it, you don't really want to do this anymore, you have 1 month to just change and go to whatever you want. So you can have 1 month classes, see if you like it or not, if you like the idea of being a designer, and within 1 month, you are free to change to any other course you like to change. No questions asked. You can do that. But after 1 month, not possible, because then it's too much time that you spend studying a certain topic, which doesn't make sense then to change. So within 1 month, you can still do it.
Normally, one major, how long they last? 4 years or
3. It's 3 years, yes.
when university?
Yes, exactly, because the European, how to say, the classification of the bachelors in Europe is 3 years, and the master is 15 months, so 3 years plus 1 year and a half, more or less. No,
Yeah.
1 year and 3 months.
Almost for 1 year and a half.
Yes.
For master.
Exactly. If you want to have the master, it's 4 years, 4 years and 3 months.
I want to ask about the master program. I am interested in the immersive arts and new media arts directions.
Okay.
And I want to know that are these programs available in Paris?
In
Italy.
In Italy and Florence specifically, if you're talking about multimedia arts, is in Florence, not in the Milano campus, so only Florence. There might be some visual design master course, yes, we do have it in London. It's a visual design, actually it's not, the name is not visual design, it will be launched this year, October 2025. The name is still not really clear, but we will have like a graphic design master in London, but at the moment, yes, it will be only Italy, so Florence specifically, if you want to go for the multimedia art.
And about the immersive arts program, is
Immersive
that
and
new?
Yes, it's new, and also that one I think is in Florence. I need to check either Florence or Milano, but yes, Italy.
To like have a reference about a showcase of the student. How can I see it?
Yes, I can. I have a presentation, but then it would be totally. Let me check if I can find something, or I can send it to you and then you can send it to her, because we have few examples of this course and what is happening, which kind of projects our students are doing. But I need to find it. Perhaps I can send it to you later. You can remind me, yes. And then we will send it to you by email. Yeah.
Do you have a question?
She's very serious.
So yeah, I'm interested in fashion design for university, and I know that I have to do the portfolio. So are there any like specific requirements for the portfolio? Like, is it we can be creative for whatever we do, or there are some strict requirements for it?
No, there are no requirements. So as long as you can provide 6 creative ideas, meaning it can be 6 models or 6 different collections, really depends on you, what you would like to present. As long as there are 6, you're fine. I would suggest to divide your portfolio though in 3 different sections. So the first one is the inspiration, the things that you took inspiration from, the pictures, the videos, or whatever you took inspiration from, and you explain why this is your inspiration. The middle part of the portfolio has to be something related how the development, so how you started from the inspiration to create the final garment. So the sketches, perhaps if you know a little bit of technical drawing, you can add the technical drawing, the selection of the palette of colors that you have in mind, the selection of fabrics. So we want to see the mood board, all the colors, all the fabrics that you have selected, and then after this, the final outcome, the final garment. So it's important to show the creativity process and the design process more than just the final collections. Also because many students actually, they show just the final collection and perhaps it's copied from somewhere, it's not really an authentic work. If you show the creativity and the creation process, it means that it's really you designing this and it's more reliable as a portfolio. Yes, much more appreciated, let's say.
Yeah, how about the scholarship? Like, how do I apply for it? And do you have to do like extra interviews or extra portfolios for the scholarship?
No, so usually we do not have the interview process. We have the skill test, which is, I think they are either 6 for fashion design and 10 for fashion business. 6 different questions on fashion in general, which will be sent to you by email. So then you have to reply within, I think, 15 minutes or something like that. You reply to this and it's totally online. It's a skill test that happens online, and that's it. There is no interview, not even for the scholarship. So the main one I'm referring to, so the main one is as long as you send your documentation, you can apply for the main one up to 5,000 euros. If you want to go for the branded one, which is up to the 50% of the tuition fee, then it's a project, and the project depends. May I ask when you would like to start? October 2025 or later?
October 2026.
Okay, so at the moment we don't know what will happen for October 26 intake, but for example, this year we have the Hope Scholarship. The Hope Scholarship requires our students to create a project related to different things. So, if I'm not mistaken, it was an advertisement campaign or something. But yeah, in that case, for the brand one, you need to submit a project, but no interview as long as. Well, if your portfolio, the program leader say that your portfolio might look a little bit, I don't know, it has some questions about it, he can decide to have an interview with you, but usually no.
Okay. She is interested in master in luxury management.
Luxury management, okay.
So, this program is how for studying and how for working on term.
We have 9 months of classes and 3 months of internship. Every master has. So the last 3 months are internship, which with a company that is selected by us, by Marangoni. So you don't have to look for a company to have the internship with. It will be matched with you from our career service. But yes, it's this balance. 9 months of classes, last 3 months will be internship.
About the question, the school can have any support.
Yes, basically it will be the school selecting the internship for you. So usually it's with one of the brands that I was mentioning before. Usually it's a luxury brand. We work in Italy. If you go to Italy, we work with Versace, Gucci, Armani, different ones. But yes, usually it's a premium to luxury brand, and it's selected by Marangoni.
About the school development, like if I want to study fashion design and there are some things I have to buy, like the mannequins, the sewing machines, or the fabrics, is it provided or we have to buy it ourselves?
We have laboratories, huge laboratories now. Actually, in our Milano campus, we have a new campus in Milano. It's a 19th century palace. It's huge, so also the laboratories are huge. You can find the sewing machines, the pattern cutting and making laboratory. You can find anything you would like, the materials, a lot of materials. But if you want something specific, that you really want to select some specific fabrics and materials, yes, in that case, you need to buy. Usually, I always suggest to think about what you want to do. Let's say, first and second year, you might have not that many creations, because usually the third year is where you design your own fashion collection. So the third year, let's say at the beginning of the third year, during the summer, from the second and third year, you think about a concept, a fashion collection that you would like to create. You start the third year by the first day, basically, you will tell your teacher what is your idea of the fashion collection you want to create. And during the third year, you will be able to develop it together with the teacher. At the end, we will select 10 best students that will have their fashion show, as I showed before. So the 10 best collections will go also for the fashion show during the fashion week. Ideally, this is the year where you will use the most fabrics and materials. So in this year, the third year, I always suggest that you might consider maybe 1,000, 2,000 euros per month to buy materials, because you need to buy them in that case, because if your collection is yours. So it's very specific, and for sure Marangoni doesn't have in-house the materials that you will need, because students always come up with very crazy ideas and materials and you cannot find already.
Yeah, thank you. And are the students allowed to get extra help, or they hire some tailors to do the sewing job for them, or they have to do it themselves?
Ideally, you should do it by yourself, because you will also have tailoring, pattern cutting and making, draping. So you should be able to do it by yourself if you attend all the classes, and it's really something that you should do by yourself. There are some students that secretly hire tailors, but yeah, it will not be something that if they know. For example, if the teacher knows that you hired an external tailor to do with your job, probably will not select you for the 10 best students for the final collection, because you should do it by yourself. Yeah. But I mean, there are some students that still do it secretly. You know, you can never control all of them, but yeah, sometimes it happens.